Good evening, gamers. It's me, Floofys. Tonight I'm joined by Parks. How you doing, Parks?
I'm good. We've had a nice little wait getting into the server. Basic delays being occurred as everybody starts playing their matches at the same time. It's a truly wonderful thing, Floofies.
Death, taxes, and server issues. But hey, the good news is that the week is halfway over. Or if you're optimistic, it's just begun halfway. I
What?
don't actually know how that works. Tonight we're on Nuke. Should be a good game here. We're going to go get right into the knife round after all the tech issues. So we'll get you right into the action here.
Yeah, and I mean, while they're doing the knife run, we do have a few seconds to talk about their opponents tonight. They're going up against a team called Beyond Cooked. This roster features the likes of Roka, Glorens, Little Beer, Frizzy, and Trip. They're currently 6-3 on the campaign, so 9 games in. And they've been on a bit of a win streak, 4 games in a row. They're going to try and make it 5. Of course, Flyquest Red trying to get back above 500. It's going to be an interesting start for them for sure, as they have unfortunately lost the knife round.
Yeah, I think Beyond Cooked is actually a very apropos name. This roster with Roka, Glorens, and Little Beer, Frizzy, these players have been through the ringer as far as orgs are concerned in the past few seasons. I was going to say years, but I'm like, actually more like seasons. With how fast some of these teams change rosters, they've been on Plasma's team, they've been through Akimbo, they've been through other teams before that, and it's the constant state of North American roster shuffles to land them here where 6-3 is a pretty darn good scoreline for this advanced season. It's been a pretty competitive season, all things concerned, but it does look like with the knife round complete, they have chosen that CT side. So Flyquest Red going to start things off on the T side, and see the X-rays, lots of attention given to that A-bomb site to start off the round.
Love me a good outside play, and we'll see how that works out here as the bits of utility are going to start to be used. You can see there are a few players on Beyond Cooked aware of some kind of outside play coming in, but maybe they'll catch them in transition here as Trip finds Bibion. It's closed off by Marie, however, and she's going to continue to take some fights as she wants to take control of Heaven here. Is this all just a distraction? Emmy is... Oh, this is big information gained.
I like how this has been a very off-center round for Flyquest Red. They got some players inside. We saw at the beginning of the round a player hanging out by vending. They got outside pressure gained, and now they're in Heaven, but it does seem like Beyond Cooked might have a read on this. Is already, although out from Heaven, Emmy just obliterating, stomping her foot down from above. She's got 3. Now Little Beer has to play this one versus 4, but he's already made it a very quick 1 versus 3 by putting a wounded fox out of her misery. It's 1 versus 3. I mean, it starts off well for Flyquest Red with the bomb down and the HP in a pretty good state. USP, as always, going to be the bringer of headshots, but Little Beer is looking a little bit cagey about it. He's not quite charging in all fast and loose here. He's going to get the information first. He's found the player behind the pillars. That might be enough, but no, Emmy is still in Heaven. And we'll finish the job here as Flyquest Red will take the pistol.
Yeah, a little close there towards the end, but Emmy coming up huge with the 4K on the round as well to just put a nice little bow on it. And yeah, it was a big play to run through ramp and get all that space. And that just ends, I could have seen potentially, we need to full rotate all the way back through lobby and towards the ramp and we'll get control. No, they stick to their guns. They take Heaven. They take 2 players watching above. And now they're up on the round and they're going to be using a little bit of utility and some AKs they picked up to help them out in this round. They've just got to be careful of these pistols.
I mean, how often are you getting a pistol round 2-pronged attack on Heaven through ramp and outside, and nobody goes through mini, nobody goes through hut or squeaky to A, but you end up there anyway? Like, that's just a wild round for Flyquest Red, and it's great that it worked out. Now Beyond Cooked on these upgraded pistols. I mean, hey, it's something you're going to be wary of if you're a pro player, as Trip has already removed Bibion's head. Still got to be watching out for that final player outside, as Fox will trade that one on back, and Flyquest Red picking up some speed outside.
Yeah, Emmy finding Roka in the meantime is a great kill to grab. Little Beer on top the outside T side area has to that just sets up a warning signal. Flyquest Red won't know, of course, but I mean that's alert bells coming in for the rest of Beyond Cooked. Little Beer's like, I'm behind them. I have total control of all the space behind them. They have to take some kind of look eventually here. The problem is Emmy and Marie are both kind of low. They've made the move in towards the A site, which is lightly guarded, if at all. The timing just works for Fox to take the head off. That's a huge kill to grab. All of a sudden, Frizzy's in a bit of a weird situation. I was hoping to use the back of Little Beer's attack there to gain some space in towards
Ooh.
Heaven. We'll still find Marie. That's a big kill to grab, and now Emmy has to move and get away. The low HP means she can't be in as much of a threatening position, even as Fox finds more kills.
Oh, just one, again, 1 versus 3 for Beyond Cook. Frizzy's not even interested in trying to hold on to the Galil at this range. He's going to go for the Deagle, and he gets flattened as a result. So, Flyquest Red rack up a second round, and the snowball will have begun. They one more, and this half is going to start to look real good for Flyquest Red, but now we get into the buy rounds here for Beyond Cooked.
Yeah, a lot. I'm not going to say a lot. A lack of utility coming in from Beyond Cooked is a bit interesting. I would have thought that they might have gone for something like that. However, they are going to stick to the guns and see how that works out. Roka and Lawrence most notably don't have a kill yet, so maybe trying to get something going for both of them as an outside push is coming forward. Marie on the block first. Did she spot the player above? Somebody's taking a bit of a look in the top garage.
Garbage. Yeah, this outside pressure is pretty heavy here for Beyond Cook, and could be risky to try and push across even with the smokes. So if Marie just stays out here, she's pulling over more pressure already. She's fallen to Roka, but look at how many players are here. I spot 3 with one just super close inside. There's a lot of space for Flyquest Red to take over toward ramp. No one here, or there's one person here, but again, Emmy out in front, double kill. Double entry for Flyquest Red as they take over ramp and send Beyond Cook scampering down. Ooh, there we go, though. Roka responds to the tune of 2 before melting in the Molotov. And again, the kills coming in fast and hot as it's a double, and Beyond Cooked are already here to meet Flyquest Red. Ooh, doubles open, and Little Beer spots Fox. That's going to leave this one down to Vanessa with the bomb. The 1 versus 2, 35 seconds. She's got more than enough time to get up to this A-bomb site. She just has to be wary of the vent, which does look like Beer is starting to get interested. He's already up here. Going to be a play if she's able to knock down both of these players. Little Beer will be the one to take her attention. Has an idea that there might be something in heaven. There's Little Beer downed. And it's just going to be tripped. Oh, the timing! Oh! She's got it! Flicks around 180. And there's Flyquest Red with a 3rd round.
Huge round coming in from Emmy to open things up and for Vanessa to close it out. That's big plays coming in from Ink Drink Vanessa herself. And, I mean, that's exactly what you want out of her, right? You need that kind of calm, cool, collected closer, and she's made that works near seamlessly as well. She's very much a methodical look one way, check for the other. Knowledge on high there for how Nuke is run. So a 3-0 start then for Flyquest Red. And interestingly enough, Roka does have a shotgun. I'm not sure he'll win the fight with the range that BBon is currently at. But that remains to be seen as the lobby crunch is an interesting option for Beyond Cook.
It's an XM. No matter what range you're at, I'm worried. I will say that, you know, entry, Emmy, they both start with E. It's a match made in heaven. Even though it does look like we'll get the swing out, and there's the XM speaking up for Roka. Beyond has been obliterated. And Beyond Cook take the player advantage, starting in on this round, but Marie sweeps around behind him to make sure that it's going to be one and done. Spots another player behind the pillars, but Frizzy's pistol just going to be too hot to handle. Trip as well. Oh my goodness, it's all coming unraveled against the pistols of Beyond Cook. Flyquest Red, they were looking so strong, and that shotgun was all it took to send them back and put Beyond Cooked on the board.
Yeah, where the last round it looked so so collected, and they worked so well as a group, even if they weren't necessarily getting the kills together. That round is much of a we're all gonna run out, and we're not gonna have much of them in terms of support. And so as a result, the pistols eat them up, and they will actually force them onto pistols just because of how close the rounds have previously been. You can see the play is already coming quickly over towards the ramp. Lawrence is going to get 3 for himself. Emmy and Marie, though, make pistols work at least a little bit here. We'll see if they can get the bomb down quickly. The problem is there's already a rotate in, and that's Mr. Littlebeer himself. Flash down to try and prevent that from happening is Emmy, again, getting aggressively close. But they've run out of time to get anything going up close, and with Emmy going down on one side, Marie's going to fall on the other. The Uncooked have gotten their second, and critically enough, they stopped the bomb plant.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a classic Flyquest Red. We have pistols, so we'll go somewhere fast. It's Nuke. Nothing is too far from each other, so we'll just get moving. Get it rolling fast. And, I mean, a bomb down. So, the one thing that we missed there was, even though Flyquest Red had 3 rounds in their back pocket, they were 3 rounds that were pretty close, right? Little Beer and Trip had been doing a fairly good amount of killing on those rounds, and so the rebuys coming in from Flyquest Red is going to spell some disaster for them, much like this push out onto the A-bomb site. Although Marie, they got in front of the utility. Good job here to bring this one back, and there's 3 for Flyquest Red. Only, again, everything happening just in a matter of seconds. Flyquest Red on Nuke is a different demon than some of the other maps. That Molly up into heaven is going to force Frizzy on back, and the bomb down needs a 2 versus 4 or beyond cooked. Lawrence spots Bibby's legs. Will be removing her from the equation. One piece of the round here or beyond cooked. 2 versus 3 on the retake. Out from Mini. There's another. Now it's going to be Frizzy's off. And alone in the 1 versus 2. He's going to drop out of heaven. And it's Marie here to salvage this round for Flyquest Red. Those final 2 kills, 4-2 in the favor of Flyquest Red.
Big response to come through. Needed to have a bounce back round, and you get it there as well. An op picked up box means essentially adding another dimension to your T side. Of course, brought in to be the opper. Now it's time to let her show exactly what that means.
Well, you know, big things are always going to happen when Fox gets to pick up the AWP. She had a pretty spectacular 4K. Oh, she spotted the barrel credit there as the smoke looms in front of her. And, oh, yeah, that's the movement speed on the AWP, but it's not going to matter. She finally gets to draw a bead on that credit card player and lets loose a shot. And there it's going to be Trip just deleted from the round. A quick trade on to Glorans in secret as well. Flyquest Red starting to pick up speed on this round as well. That's the nice thing about this team is they play so fast. So many teams, it feels like they take so long to get into the action. But Vanessa bringing up the rear here in lobby is going to catch this crunch. The Beyond Cooked. It's just going to be Frizzy here for Beyond Cooked to try win this in the 1 versus 4. He's already got the 1. 3 more is all it's going to take, but that's a lot of kills to find on the A-bomb site.
Yeah, and this is probably best for a save round to come through. I don't think Flyquest Red will go hunting. He might play himself here, though, Frizzy, in terms of going towards T-spawn. Players are kind of set up to run away regardless of location, but, I mean, Fox's exit strategy here is CT spawn now. I don't think she's going to be aware of this. That's going to be an op dropped. The escape here is from Vanessa. She's going to go down as well. That's the op drop, and it's not going to be recoverable. Vivian is way too far away, so unfortunately, Fox gets a kill with it, and that's it. It's gone. You'd have to reinvest in that, and just there's not much money to do it. You can see game pause coming in now as they kind of figure out. I think we're just going to be running 5 AKs this round.
I think so too, which I don't think is a bad thing on Nuke. It does enable a lot more of that pace that Flyquest Red will tend to go for, especially out from hut if they're trying to make things real fast, which if they realize that, hey, we've won a couple of rounds in a row here and crushed the economy of Beyond Cooked, then the fast A hit might be the call, especially after the pause getting shaken there to be like, all right, get the calculators out, make sure we know that money situation. I have a feeling we will see Emmy making her way in front of Fox and Vanessa here, watching from the BB cam and getting out hot real fast. Yep, there she goes. She's not going in through hot though. Gotta get the Molotov down for the lobby crunch early on, and they do lose Vanessa to the nade coverage. So again, let's talk about speed. There's already a player in garage for Flyquest Red.
Oh no.
Oh, it's all gone awry. They've lost Emmy in big garage. They've lost Emmy somewhere.
They lost her as she exited out of hut. Yeah, it was a solo expedition for her to try and earn a little bit of cash, grab some early kills on these pistol runs. But Beyond Cook continued to show us that, like, their pistol runs are quite solid, and especially on a map like Nuke where everything is very claustrophobically close. You run into those. Well, as they hit the headshot close up with the deagle, there's nothing you can do. So that's currently what Flyquest Red are contending with. And I mean, Vanessa getting killed with nades off the top is unfortunate, but that Emmy kill coming through is just her trying to be aggressive and open up space, but instead the solo mission just doesn't work. So now the remainder of her team are trying to make their way down in towards the bomb site. Lawrence is quickly behind them, however, and there is an op and an XM on the way as well. So they're going to quickly find themselves in trouble here, and they especially need to be aware of behind them being, well, it was under duress. It's no longer, as Lawrence quickly gets deleted by Beyond.
Yeah, and now the rest of this challenge is going to come in from ramp. You can see the flash fly out. Marie, oh, that's going to hurt. Gets removed from out of control, and now this round is looking out of control. 2 versus 3, and Beyond Cooked are very much on the site. They may not have as good of weapons as Flyquest Red, but this AWP could still go huge. But no, it's Fox and Beyond to spray him right on down. And Flyquest Red bring it up to 6-2 on their T side. Calc is short for calculator. Or calculus.
I think it's actually short for Calculon. One of the
Futurama?
Yeah, one of the he's been on a generational run as an actor. Truly does need to be studied.
Sure.
Game pauses come through, so there's a little bit of time to talk here. I think it's great that Flyquest Red are up to that 6. I can definitely see them getting another round or 2 here potentially, and I mean 4 left on the half. If you're Beyond Cooked, you're not very happy about that. You know, Nuke has statistically been a CT sided map over the course of its life, and be careful of that.
What I will say is one of the big differences, I think, between the top end of Advanced and the bottom end of Advanced is the teams that are able to not just fold on those weird buys on those pistol rounds. The Uncooked have definitely made sure to steal away some of Flyquest Red's momentum at those junctures. And it's what's keeping them in this game and not allowing this one to just go to a total stomp. Flyquest Red have had some pretty stellar buy rounds, so it is good to see them able to make that all work as well. But yeah, gotta be giving flowers to Beyond Cooked for some of these low buys to keep this game close at all.
I mean, considering that one of the 2 rounds they got was on pistols, is just in crazy kind of play to come through. Speaking of crazy, Little Beer has snapped, pushed through that squeaky door himself. The nade isn't going to get anywhere near him. They're in a bit of a hole now as Fox finds one. Their second shot will not hit. Marie's been spotted as well, and that's the ping finding an effect as Vanessa finally drops in.
Oh my goodness, he's drunk with power. 4 kills. And now it's just Little Beer in the 1 versus, or now it's just Marie. Sorry, I was stuck on Little Beer.
Big round from Little Beer, and that gets them over the line. And I mean, they needed a round like that. They needed to put some aggression and be a little ratty against what Flyquest Red has been bringing from that respect It only works for so long. You have to try and find an extra way to get around over the line. So Flyquest Red forced to the pistols in a Mac 10 means probably going to see something again quite fast here, and the utility has already come out. It's going to be looking like a fast play out the hut, and it's already worked really well. Vanessa with a double to start things off. It's trip.
Well, the best way to deny timing is to make sure that all the time is right now. Flyquest Red, they push out right now. Molotov into heaven. Post haste. Bomb, not quite yet, but will be planted very soon. Not going to be planted in Vision of Heaven, so Frizzy not going to be able to see the planter, not going to be able to get into this site very easily in this 1 versus 3. You can see, I think Flyquest Red have a bit of an idea that he's up here. Bibian, you can see on the X-ray just looking over toward heaven, waiting for the peek on out. Frizzy just trying to keep his calm here, trying to keep his nerve, as if the 1 versus 3 can happen. Nade flies over to Mini. Maybe there's one, but it looks like he's just gonna be happy taking a weapon away from Flyquest Red as this op is getting saved.
We'll see how that factors into the next round. Of course, there's not a lot of money on Beyond Cook's buy coming through, and I would say we haven't seen a lot of effect coming through on our operas yet, and that kind of lends itself to how the map plays. But also, they haven't really had the opportunities. The buys have been kind of low on both teams. There's not really been a time where Flyquest has necessarily had a lot of money in the back pocket, and that's just due to how Beyond Cooked are playing them so close. But at the same time, because Beyond Cooked aren't winning the rounds, they're not earning enough money to continue to buy in. So we've seen, what, 4 or 5 times now Roka's come in with an XM, and that looks like one of the most powerful guns that they have, and versus Frizzy with an op.
I mean, it's Nuke. It's one of the maps where you can almost reasonably put any gun and have a good time. One of my favorite videos from back in the day was about how some of the Brazilian teams were even pulling out the Bison on Nuke and farming with it. The Bison, 64 bullets, and you're basically shooting erasers. Speaking of shooting erasers, this round is feels like Flyquest Red are not shooting with the
Vanessa
full bullets here, as we're a minute in, and it's a 4 versus 2, though she does spot the back of Trip. It is at least going to start to even the favor here for Flyquest Red, but again, it's flanks on flanks, as Frizzy behind her to make this one difficult. Oh, there's a good turn for Fox. Roka not quite able to 1 bullet her, so does give her a chance, but I mean, playing around on the ladder is not gonna pull. It's sound cues, but she's still making a lot of noise as she makes her way in through Mini. We'll have to see what does the Fox say if she can win this one. Molly into Squeaky. Find anything. You still got to recover the bomb, and that fire is where the bomb is. And Jan Cook to have this one pretty thoroughly locked in. There's Little Beer, already a terror here to continue to terrorize.
Yeah, and just special highlight there to Glorans. Getting a double over in towards ramp made everything significantly harder, and then that was where the rotation came in for Roka. Roka was already headed in towards Trophy, and that's when Frizzy pops through hut as well to keep an eye on lobby. Vanessa beats the timing on all of that, gets the kill onto I believe it was Trip, got the kill on Trip, and then all of a sudden everything just kind of turns on its head because it's her and Fox left. But here we go, last round of the half, fast round of the half coming in again. Bibian opening kill, but Roka is in for a triple with Fox, the last one left. So 7-5 half, looking pretty much locked in. At 30 on the clock.
Harsh environment for that Heaven player.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll put that half behind us.
Still a really good half for Flyquest, right? I mean, they're in the lead going into the CT side, and I think they understand a little bit better now how Beyond Cooked are gonna try and play up to them. So yeah, interesting all around.
Interesting all around. Definitely a blazing T side for Flyquest Red. See if they continue the trajectory on the CT side. I mean, BBon going to be seen making their way up through heaven, but Uncooked not going to be challenging, at least not initially. Glorin's outside, as the rest of the team looking on the minimap like they are going to go toward ramp. Making a lot of noise, though. This is going to be heard by Flyquest Red. Emmy's like, all right, let's see if they push me. That's a good read, as they do indeed push through J Hall. So she'll wait for the inevitable heads to appear, but as they do, is Frizzy to remove hers. Man advantage here for Beyond Cooked. Quickly turned around here. Marie and a kill for Glorins as well. Back to the 3 versus 3, and it's a bloodbath on the upper site. Little Beer contributing. Vanessa appearing mini garage as Marie backs away in hut. Does get caught by Frizzy. He's already on a hot streak on this pistol round, and now it's going to be Vanessa here to try and salvage this one. Bomb down. No kit. No armor either. So, or she does have armor. No kit and no nades, so this one's going to have to be the kills to come through, and we can see the rotation. Frizzy making his way on in through lobby. Little Beer here to challenge. 20 seconds with the headshot out of Little Beer. That's going to be the T side pistol for the Beyond Cooked side.
Yeah, so 7-6 then. Flyquest Red going 1-1 on pistol rounds. We'll see how they react going up against rifles, of course. They're probably not going to buy into this round. Makes things relatively easy, I guess, but you just got a wolf pack mentality. All 5 stick together. You got to just absolutely locked in. And I think actually we'll get a boost up either from Emmy to somebody else, or Emmy herself getting a boost up on top. Yeah, there you go. She'll boost up Marie. And so it is going to be a ramp hold for the Flyquest Red. And it's Beyond Cooked looking to play outside for now, and we'll see where that leads them.
Yeah, I mean, I like the setup on ramp. You know, it might be something that could catch Beyond Cooked. Though, I think with these upgraded weapons, they're looking more to spread their wings outside rather than walking into any inner stacks. Just checking every angle here. Frizzy just like charging through. There's nobody credit. There's no one back of outside. So where could they be? You can almost hear the comms of, okay, this is clear. That's clear. What else? Well, they find Emmy. Lauren's here to gun down too. It's tough to call them entries as they're walking into him, and beyond the last player standing, blinking away with his USP, but the armor will hold for Trip as he will chalk up a 7th round for Beyond Cooked.
Big double for the T side now, and I mean that's tied up our score line. So a big rifle round coming up here for Flyquest Red. Again, they're prioritizing utility, and you can see that in how they've bought, especially with BB down to that FAMAS, and I think Emmy will be kind of doing the same thing. Just kind of looking and seeing what she's got in her back pocket. No, an XM. Okay. A little bit extra there. Gonna try and emulate Roka, hopefully do a better job. And then rifles to round everything out. That goes up against, of course, those Galils and Mac 10s that Beyond Cooked are saving from the last round. So we'll see how they go along with it as they try to continue to build their bank a little bit.
I mean, it's a solid matchup weapon-wise. The low range of the shotgun versus the low range of the terrorist SMGs. I don't hate it. And there's Galils as well for Beyond Cooked, so they're not going to have the instant headshot potential of the AK on most of the team. So if there were any round to start to bring this side back, this would be a good start to it. Good money, though, being built up by Beyond Cooked. They didn't lose anyone on that last round, so that is where things can start to go a little bit awry here, is even if Flyquest Red win this round, Beyond Cooked are going to have a bye.
Yeah, and I mean, the crucial bit is the starting point, and Fox getting the first kill there. Onto Trip is huge. Emmy, big damage. Little Beer taking out Roka is a bit of a helping hand in terms of all that. So Vivian and Marie trying to work now through Mini. These to really just hold the remainder of the sites. Just left the Frizzy at low HP. Marie will handle that. 2 stay alive for Flyquest Red, so not exactly the majority keeping it around, but they earn the round. They have enough money to go in for a buy yet again. And more importantly, they've forced Beyond Cooked into that kind of that decision-making process, right? They've bought in on the Beyond Cooked side, but if they don't win this round, it's going to be back to the pistols for them yet again.
Yeah, the second half is always a very nerve-wracking half. You don't get any more chances after this one, and you can see those rounds really starting to stack up here. I mean, no matter which side you're looking at, 7 for Beyond Cooked, 8 for Flyquest Red, and darkness for the rest of us, as the Face It server does what Face It servers will do sometimes. And, well, let's just look at the lovely specular lighting and reflections and the water of Nuke.
Yes, that nice irradiated water that looks so tasty.
I've played enough Fallout to know that you can drink irradiated water and that'll be okay. You'll survive. You just have to go to a doctor and get a Rad-X.
Well, it looked like they had a good setup heading into the remainder of that round. I'm interested to see kind of how that everything plays out for the T side, because they blew open the door and they were ready to make that kind of a move. So we'll see how the rest of that cooks out. Hopefully quickly here, but again, server issues always pop up with Face It. It's just one of those things. So yeah, very interesting. So
it's tough to talk about the game when the game is still in progress, right? We haven't gotten to see much from Flyquest Red CT side. We haven't gotten to see very much from Beyond Cooked E side, although I would say that it is looking already pretty darn good. So Flyquest Red definitely have their work cut out for them as this half continues. I mean, what I'd like to see here is, as somebody commenting on the Flyquest Red stream, is Flyquest Red have a nice clean round, deny the bomb plant, but they haven't got a whole lot of info to go on for Beyond Cooked, right? It's a pug team, so you're going to be in that weird situation of can't really anti-strat them. You might be able to look, bring some of their games into demo viewers and go, what are some tendencies? But there's no way, they're not going to be as organized as, well, hey, it worked out.
Yeah, they got the round. Whatever they did, it worked.
It sure did. Oh, that's a good shots out of Fox. Double from Big Garage. That knocks the bomb loose as well. 2 versus 4 now for Beyond Cooked as they try to hunt down this Opper as Fox he slinks away further into the den that is the Big Garage. 5-7 has to come out as shot on Roka goes wide, but Flyquest Red maintain their cool against the pistols.
Yeah, big round coming out of Fox there to hold everything together outside, and great news for her team means they're into the double digits, 10-7, looking strong so far. And Beyond Cooked, their money is definitely Beyond Cooked. They need to try and get some semblance of an economy here. As for now, it's Galils and AKs to try and get everything going across this round. Okay amount of utility for them as well, so we'll see how this plays out. It looks again like they're just kind of defaulting to having 1 or 2 people outside, the rest inside trying to work that hut, that ramp area.
Yeah, a lot of presence inside with Trip here to try and pull some weapons outside for Flyquest Red. We'll see if this fakes anyone from Flyquest Red out. So far, though, very least, we can see Vanessa holding inside, and Leon's already found that outside player, but a good kill for Frizzy. Raid out of Fox. She's trying to hold her nerve in the J-hole, but she's on fire. She manages to escape. She's a witch, clearly, as she's able to survive in the fire. Not going to stop Beyond Cooked from still making their point known on this lower bomb site, but a good trade, again, right back out of Marie. Brings this one to a 3 versus 2. Fox on low HP, though, and Frizzy on the other side. Low as well. Warren's about to find another thing coming. Oh, there's Marie, but again, Flyquest Red, they're playing in these duos so well. They're trading back and forth. They're making sure they got that opening outside, and they're making sure that that advantage stays firmly in their grasp. Frizzy's just going to be locked down by Molotov after Molotov. Eventually, they'll run out, but it looks like Flyquest Red still have more nades, so there will be a challenge. But as soon as Frizzy is found out, Fox is just going to swing in with the 5-7, and that's 11 for Flyquest Red.
It's a good makeup for the little bit of a struggle over towards ramp, and I mean, good way to end it is Fox, getting that opening kill and then also getting the last one in the round. So we'll see how the rest of this goes now. As we uncooked, they don't have rifles anymore; they have pistols. It's Tech 9 and Deagle Central. And we saw how well this worked for Flyquest Red last half. We'll hopefully see Beyond Cook trying to replicate that, but plenty of round to be played.
There are, and again, we've seen, like you said, there's a lot of good that we've seen out of these pistols, so you can't really rest on your laurels if you're Flyquest Red. The thing to rest on is the fact that you do have a nice 4-round buffer here, so Beyond Cook trying to get something started outside, they'll already be met by a player down through vent, so I'm actually really enjoying seeing how players are like, we don't need to throw instant smokes outside. If we just make it to red, just put the smokes down manually. And it's enough to get down to secret. 5 pistols, enough to overwhelm Marie. She's not going to get out without one of her own, though. But that's a weapon picked up for Little Beer, who's been hot to trot this game already. Vanessa now going to be the one thing standing between Beyond Cooked and this B-bomb site, and the shots are just not enough. Everybody on low HP. Fox's op has to come out and finish the kills here. Roka, the next one deleted. Little Beer and Trip now 2 versus 3 on this B-bomb site, trying to find something. Where did that shot even ricochet? It looked like it was right on him. Emmy appears from double to bail out Fox. That is going to be 12 for Flyquest Red.
Yeah, a round that looked a little bit scary. It looked a little bit out of reach for a second there, with the bomb potentially going down. Quickly turns the opposite way, and I mean, Fox is sitting. I do want to point this out just before the game ends. Fox is currently sitting on 24 kills. She is leading everybody in the server by at least 5, and most of her teammates, she has double the amount of kills they do. So she's definitely been an engine tonight, and that's really nice to see in a potential win here in a second. We'll see how the rest of this round goes. But early signs looks like she'll find some kind of success outside. I spoke a little too soon. That's my curse. That's my bad.
She'll find foes outside, not friends, as the AKs do come through. Marie lining up behind these smokes could be a way to throw a wrench into the plans of Beyond Cook. They haven't detected that there's another player outside, but she'll only walk away with the one. She was definitely in a prime position for a few more there as she goes back for more, and that will be her undoing as Beyond Cook take a very quick 8th round here on round number 20.
The good news is, when you're Flyquest and you get a bit of a win streak going, you got money. You got a little bit of money in the back pocket. And so what does that mean? Well, Fox on an op, everybody else on M4s. It's all good. So, see how the rest of this goes out now, as Fox early on again will be outside. She'll spot one. That's the first kill onto Trip. And that's outside control, a little on teetering on the edge there. Beyond Cook, they don't really want to react to that anymore. They want to go back inside. They want to get away from Miss Fox.
Nuke is a fun map. Some maps, they have the same theme music all the time, but Nuke, I feel like it's got 3 different ones. It can either be the Pink Panther theme, the Benny Hill theme, or the Mission Impossible theme. And I feel like this game has been a whole lot of Benny Hill theme. With the crazy fast plays out of Flyquest Red, Beyond Cook just throwing all sorts of stuff at the fan. It's been wild the whole way through, and I kind of don't want it to end. I mean, again, we're on the Flyquest Red stream. We do want them to win, but at the same time, the more Counter-Strike we play, the more fun plays we get to see. Although, double rebuffed by Flyquest Red. It's looking like already this round's going quite well for them. Roka trying to salvage something. Versus 3 now as Emmy has fallen. The bomb plant attempted. Oh, that op is not going anywhere. Vanessa and Fox, you're in through hut. They're Good kill for Vanessa, but Fox here to rack up the final one, and that's 13-8. I've already heard someone enter into Discord. I think we're about to get an interview.
Well, we've got a little bit of time. Hold on. We gotta let Will set that up for a second. So we have some time to talk about the game now that it's over. 13-8. Great to see a win on the board there as well. Back to the winning ways, right? It's been a few games since Flyquest Red got that over the line, so it's good to see, and especially on a map that they've been playing a bunch over and over again. So good to see that they're back into the win column on that. And I mean, if you followed along with Flyquest Red over the last few days, I mean, they played F5 earlier on the advanced season, and then they played them again in a best of 3 last night, and seeing them lose twice, it was a little upsetting. So 5-4 on the season now. And look at that. Fox, 26 kills to her name. Only 2 3Ks coming as a result of that, but she led her team quite well from the top of the board there. And I mean, great effort all around. But yeah, just a big highlight to that. She was Little Beer was the only other person to even hit 20 kills. So great from her on that.
Yeah, I feel like early in the season I've gotten used to the Emmy and Bibian show, so it is good to see Fox coming out here and being like, I'm official now, I should carry a game. And here she is, 6 MVPs on this one, making sure to definitely get that carry potential in the server to make sure that FlyQuest Red get that much closer to playoff contention. But it sounds like we should be getting the interview fairly soon here. All right.
Yes, we do.
We've got, so some of you have realized how we determine the interview. Tonight, we have Fox. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty
Lydia,
good.
how are you doing?
Winning feels good,
You don't say.
Yeah, it's great. I love winning.
Me too.
So it's
right,
been
so first question.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Am I delayed on this? Hold on. No, I think I'm good.
No, I don't think so. Go ahead.
Okay. First question. It's been a while since. Well, I think it's the first time we've been able to talk. Of course, you started out as a stand-in for this season, and now officially announced and everything like that. How has the season felt for you so far? Kind of with that change and joining the roster now.
So it's actually like a huge change in environment. So I'm taking a lot of time getting used to it, but it's awesome. I've always wanted to just play more Counter-Strike, and yeah, now we're playing more Counter-Strike. It feels great. It's like exhausting in a good way, It's fun to spend time on your passion.
So my question is, what are the biggest changes you can talk about from going from Ink to Sheikh Zula and going from saying goodbye to Shimmer and joining into FlyQuest Red?
So it was really hard to say goodbye to Shimmer. Like it was like family to me. We reached so many goals. We got way past those goals. We did things that we didn't even think were possible. And I mean, saying goodbye was hard, but I definitely think it was the right decision. I think that FlyQuest has that level of structure that is kind of hard to get on, a team that you just put together with a bunch of people you think are good, which, I mean, that's what Shimmer was. It was just 5 good players put on a team, and we made it work. We did a lot of shortcuts and, probably not the way you're supposed to do it, but the way that worked for us. And I mean, it worked for us, but seeing how things are supposed to be done is really cool, actually. I'm not used to it. I'm getting used to it. And I hope that I can keep doing it, because it's really fun like this. I'm not going to lie.
All right. Well, then to follow it up, let's get closer in towards this game. I mean, you had a great one, 26 kills coming off of tonight's match. It's been a bit, the schedule's starting to tick up yet again here. CCT, you got Dust 2, Masters. Last night you had a best of 3, with the same team that you just the day before played in an advanced match. How are you feeling with how the matchup and everything? It's all kind of condensing as a schedule right now.
So it's a lot of matches. I think all of us would agree that we would have liked maybe like another month before matches started up again to really get the new team down, because I mean it's like a completely different roster at this point. At least people that were doing one thing are doing another, and it's we're trying to put the pieces together really quick. We're getting there, but obviously you could tell maybe from the last couple games that there's some rocky starts on a couple of the maps. But I think that we can make it work very quickly. And the match is starting now. Yeah, it puts the pressure on us, but I mean, we'll be ready for it, is what I think.
So I guess my final question is, how does it feel being in kind of this post-impact world where all of your games are going to be against both men and women, and you have a much wider field to prepare for?
So it's actually, I can't speak for the other girls on the team, but for me, it's not that much different. Like on Shimmer, we were playing tons of mixed tournaments. We played so many HLTV maps, and I think maybe 10% of them were female leagues. Um, we just did everything we could. So I mean, I'm used to it. I know the girls have a ton of experience. They're probably used to it too. Uh, I think it's just there's like that hole in your heart, you know, the hole where Impact was supposed to be, and it's no longer there. But you still got the rest, you know. And we still got Counter Strike. That's what matters.
We'll always
Nice.
have Counter-Strike. Always and forever. The one game that will never die. All right. If you've got any final shout-outs
Yeah,
before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to my team and especially Shake for putting up with me. I know my memorization is awful, and I'm working on it. Okay, I even have flashcards. I can't show you them because they're across my house, but I have flashcards. And shout out to Pfeiffer. I told Pfeiffer if I ever got on Flyquest that I would shout him out. So shout out Pfeiffer. You know, he's part of my community, and I love my community and everything. So I shout out the community, but Pfeiffer especially.
All right.
Amazing.
Somebody make sure to clip that for Pfeiffer.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Fox, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope we get to see you in more interviews as the season goes on. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, they broke the stalemate and they're above 500. So I think we can leave this week where, like, you've got a rapidly approaching Friday the 13th behind us.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a like we were saying, it's been a long month, and it's going to continue to be a long month. The action doesn't. I don't know if you count Sunday as next week or if you count it as the week prior. Anyways, there's a matchup coming on Sunday that's going up against Lag. That's holdover from previous in the season when there was an update and get the match done that night. And then as well, currently it's sitting on Monday as well. They're going to have a game up against a team called Mishmash. So as of right now, there are two games coming up Sunday and Monday. So back to back in terms of placements there. They're currently sitting, I believe, actually in the playoff picture with that win, going 5-4, currently in that 21st position. I believe it's top 24 get through on the advanced playoffs. Top 24. Will in my ear is confirming that for me, so that's awesome. So yeah, two very important games coming up. Floofys, do you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Nope. I'm just glad to see, join back in and finally drop the, restart the winning streak for my casting.
Perfect.
No caster
notes.
curses here.
I'm good with
Great
that.
night.
All right, everybody. I hope you have a good night. We'll see you on Sunday. Thank you very much.